Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and a brand new trailer has released. They call it the Story Overview trailer. Now what this is going to be is kind of a developer's commentary. You're going to see a couple of the people that actually worked on the campaign itself, discussing different aspects of the campaign, and talking about the world that we're going to be set in for Black Ops 3, so they can kind of further set the mood, set the story for Black Ops 3, and kind of get us hyped about a lot of the new features that we're going to be seeing in Black Ops 3. Now I have played every single Call of Duty campaign that's come out, except for the original Call of Duty and Call of Duty 3. I've done Call of Duty 2, COD 4, World at War, and all the way up here until Advanced Warfare, right? So I've played through all of the campaigns, and judging from what we've seen from the pre-launch hype of Black Ops 3, this really looks to be the biggest campaign they've ever put together. They really seem to be working a lot on this campaign. They talk about how the world itself is going to be really falling into chaos. They talked with a lot of experts in different fields, and the campaign is going to feature a lot of overtones of climate change happening, wealth disparity happening, wars being fought over what resources are actually left in the world, and basically a bunch of doomsday theory kind of stuff, right? It's going to be pretty interesting how they're going to be doing that, and they've announced in this trailer that we're going to be able to learn more about this story. If you're somebody that's really into the Call of Duty story, which I'm into it, but I'm not like so into it that I need to know every last detail, similar to, if you remember back to Black Ops 1, where you could type in special codes onto the computer. You break out of the chair at the main menu, and then you go over there to the computer, and you start typing in stuff, and you can find out all kinds of different files and pieces of information from there. Similar to that, they're going to have a codex in the safe houses of the campaign. Now, if you don't know what a safe house is, they actually talked about the safe house, and it was revealed to us not too long ago. The safe houses are going to be part of the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 campaign, where after every mission, you'll be able to go back to your safe house, where you can customize your character, you can design your living space, you can customize your weapons and personalize them in a bunch of different ways. You're going to be able to customize your character in the campaign, which is very interesting, because that says to me that the character that we're going to be playing as, maybe if you're a male, it'll be like John Miller. If you're a female, it'll be Jaina Miller or something along those lines, right? The character that we're going to be playing as in the campaign, I don't feel as though that person is going to play a giant story in the overall story arc that Treyarch has been telling us. You know, World at War, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3 are all connected. And I don't think that they're necessarily going to be a giant factor, because if every person playing this game is going to create their own character that they're going to be playing through the campaign as, that character is going to be different every single time. One's going to be a black guy, one's going to be a white girl, one's going to be an Asian guy, one's going to be a black girl. Like, they're going to be able to change around like all the different races, they're really change around the gender of these people. Maybe we can customize even more things like the sound of their voice, maybe, you know, deep voice, high voice, you know, things like that. Maybe we'll be able to do that. They didn't necessarily show that in this trailer, but it's going to be interesting that we're all going to be able to customize our character in the story. And if everybody gets to customize their character and everybody has a completely different character, how is the particular character that we're playing as, again, maybe if it's a male, it's like, I'm just making up a name, John Miller, and the female, I'm just making up a name again, Jaina Miller, you know, how are we going to be able to make it so either of these two people are part of another game? You know, if they try to reference them in the next Treyarch game, let's say it's Black Ops 4, you know, how would they be able to reference back to those characters if everybody had a different character? It's similar to the fiasco they had with the Black Ops 2 campaign, because there was multiple endings for Black Ops 2, and they kind of basically had to pick one and kind of say, well, this was the true ending for Black Ops 2, and that is the ending in which we're going to be building the story arc for Black Ops 3 upon, right? So they're going to have to choose that, but it's definitely interesting. We're going to be able to customize our character, but as well in these safe houses, we are going to have what is called a codex, which is going to allow us to see a ton of information about the world. It is going to give us a lot of backstory, which is going to be pretty interesting. People that are very interested in the idea of delving into the backstory of this, finding out exactly how the world got to where it was, starting up from all the way back to World War II, maybe even. I think it's going to be pretty interesting for people that are very into that kind of a thing. It's, again, similar to the original Black Ops, where as soon as you start the campaign, you're Mason, you're sitting there strapped into a chair, but you can actually break out of the chair and then go over to a computer, and if you type in special codes, you can get extra backstory and stuff like that. I feel as though the codex is going to be pretty similar, except it appears it's going to be a bit easier for us to actually get into that kind of a thing. And they used a lot of different buzzwords throughout this trailer, which I kind of want to end off my little commentary here with. The buzzwords they used in here were epic, right? Because Call of Duty campaigns are very epic. Cinematic, right? They always Call of Duty campaigns are cinematic, but they also wanted to describe it as dark, gritty, twisted, and messed up. So those are going to be the 6 buzzwords that I heard here in this particular trailer. Epic, cinematic, dark, gritty, twisted, messed up. So it's going to be a very dark world. We've learned a lot about that already. We've learned so much information about Black Ops 3 so far, and we're learned even more today because they actually leaked all of the achievements for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, I personally did not read into any of this. I've watched this trailer because it's a trailer and it's specifically designed for people like me, the consumer, to watch the trailer and get excited for the campaign. Now, whereas all the achievements that are being leaked for Black Ops 3, if you read the achievements, it's going to spoil things for the campaign. It's going to spoil things for the story, so there's going to be no spoilers here in this video for me. I have not even read them, but if you guys would like to, there's going to be a link down there in the video description where you can go ahead and check out all of the leaked achievements and trophies that you can actually acquire from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude my little commentary here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and without further ado, I will play for you the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 story overview trailer in its entirety without my stupid voice over it. So once again, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Are you guys excited for the Black Ops 3 campaign? Because they're definitely hyping this thing up like they never have hyped up a Call of Duty campaign before, man. I look back at all the other campaigns, they're like, yeah, here's the campaign, this is the story, but with this game, with Black Ops 3, like, this is the story, pay attention to it. So they're definitely trying to hype it up, so hopefully it's going to be pretty awesome, and check out the trailer. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
Every single time we make a Call of Duty game, we step up to push ourselves, to push our craft, to push us creatively. With this game, what we wanted to do was provide a deeper and richer narrative. The more you play, the more you look, the more you experience the game, there's something more there.
I don't think we've ever gone anywhere near the level of world building and, you know, setup that we're doing in this. There's a lot of content in here story-wise.
All right, let's get to work.
We're setting up a new world. We're setting up a future scenario. At the beginning, we were talking to a lot of advisors, future technologists, and experts on climate change and things who painted a certain view of the world that we were kind of a little bit scared of. We're seeing the effects of climate change. We're seeing increasing wealth disparity, and we're seeing, you know, the emergence of a new Cold War, really, whereby there are proxy wars being fought over resources as they rapidly dwindle.
Our storytellers have really pushed the envelope of Black Ops 3. It unfolds before you and below you. Not only is the narrative there as you're playing through, but we've pulled together features inside the game that are just for people who want to dive deeper into the fiction and who want to dive deeper into the narrative and the story.
When we were constructing it, we started off with this kind of top line, you know, the Hollywood blockbuster mentality, and then allowed to kind of, because that extra kind of that time and extra kind of consideration we could throw at the game, we went and then started to kind of go deeper and deeper and deeper.
You really have to look at current trends, and you need to extrapolate, and you need to project based on as much accurate information as you can about how the world might go and how things will develop.
We thought it was very important to show these connections so that if you're interested, if you want to kind of know, you know, why is the world like this? Why is this technology there? We put all that in, and we did essentially we created a codex. We have this PDV, this personal data vault that's actually in a new concept called the Safe House. And that codex is hundreds of articles, cataloging lots of different kind of ideas from different voices as well, from news networks, from kind of blogs. And it's like if you think of it, like the military have done like a snapshot of a certain section of the internet and put it for your vault, right? And so for story writers, for world builders, we were like, okay, we can use that to lay down, this is how we got there.
I think one of the things that really excites me is that we always try not to repeat ourselves at Treyarch. We're always trying to do something different, and, you know, very early on we knew we wanted to make this a co-op game, which fundamentally changes things. And more than that, the level of player customization.
As we started to get going, we found that the opportunities of that personalization, the way the team works with itself, and then the writing opportunities that can be taken from that, I felt like we've been able to explore the narrative in a more refined way, and a more considered way than we've ever done before.
There's a chance in this game that you might play through the entire thing and come out with a completely different feeling and interpretation than someone else who's playing it, than your friend, and we love that.
I think it really kind of speaks to gamers. because of the way this kind of very systemic approach of how we kind of constructing our levels. So what you take in, who you are, how you then engage, the co-op kind of nature of it has forced us to actually rejigger the Call of Duty formula slightly, and I think it's a lot stronger because of it.
So I think the thing that's really exciting about Black Ops when we're making it, and what the fans love about it is, of course, you know, it's an epic and cinematic Call of Duty game, but Black Ops is dark and gritty and twisted and messed up. Even though you think you know what's going on, we love to mess with your head.
Pre-order now and get the Nuketown bonus map.